Hello everyone, I'm finally back at it. Took quite a hiatus off of doing anything, but I am back, and today I am going to start the Katy Trail. This trip is going to be, I'm going to do a little over half of it, maybe 2/3 of the trail. I'm going from the eastern terminus, which is Machens, Missouri, and I'm going to end in Columbia. I'm going to take the MKT Trail at McBain or whatever it's called. It's something like that, and that'll be in 3 days. It's a Sunday. I think it's the 15th of September, and I had to be let off. You can't get to the eastern terminus anymore. The local farmers have the roads closed. So I was at the first crossroad to the west. So I'm riding like the mile, or it's probably gonna be about a mile and a half to the eastern terminus. I want to see the end of it, and then we'll turn around and we'll get this thing started. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, we are at the Katy Trail State Park, as the sign says. Right now, we're in Machens. That is the terminus. For today, we want to ride our bike a little over 50 miles, and we're going to stop at, where's it at? Marthasville. That's where we're starting. It says 77.4, but that doesn't seem right. Hopefully it's not, because that's really far for one day. I came down that road 1¼ miles to get here. But okay, so tonight is Marthasville, and tomorrow night we are going to Huntsville, or Hartsburg. We're going to Hartsburg. That's day 2. And then from there we get off at McBain, and there's one somewhere after McBain that's called the MKT Trail, and it takes you to Columbia. And I don't see it right now. It should be somewhere. Oh, there's Columbia. Oh, it's right here. This is the MKT Trail right after McBain. That's where we'll go. And back to Autumn. She lives there, so it's a nice little spot. It's the beginning. Machens, mile 0. Got to ring the bell to get this thing started, and let's get it started. This road up here is where I stopped the car and unloaded the bike and rode back 1¼ miles. There's not really room for parking, but there is. It's just one of those things, you pull over the side of the road and put your flashes on. No parking, legit. Morning. So this is where I unloaded, and I will put the highway number on the bottom of the screen right about now. The other entrances that Google shows you was closed. It cuts to a farmer's land, and he's got a cable running across it. It says no trespassing, so I just drove an extra 2 miles to that spot and rode 1¼ miles, no biggie. Well, I am at my first break point. I'm about 8 miles in. That's the Missouri River over there. You can see people going by. And at the trailhead at Machens, I was able to get a map. And as you can see, that's the beginning, the trailhead at Machens. And we just passed Black Walnut, and we're on the edge of the river. So I think we're right about there. We're either right there or right, I think we're actually right there. Like we only went 8 miles, so it can't be that far away. But yeah, that's what I got, and that's the beginning, and that's the end. And I am right there. I'm gonna go all the way to Marthasville tonight, which should be about 53, and then I'm gonna do Hartsburg night 2, and then I'm going to go to McCain. There's a spur trail just past McCain. It's called the MKT Trail, and it's like 9½ miles. It goes into the middle of Columbia, which will be really neat. That'll be this trip, and then next trip we'll worry about the second half. So this is the first. It's actually more than a half. I'd say that's like almost probably 2/3. So at least 40%. Let's call it that. So yeah, that's where we're at this point. I'm still getting my legs. I've only done a couple of bike rides this year, and so far it's been pretty flat. There's a little bit of elevation, but it's been pretty flat, which is good. My bike's overweight. I carried way too much stuff, but who cares? At the end of the day, it's me packing it, so I just kind of threw shit together, and I used my spreadsheet of all the basics from the Gap trip, and loosely threw everything in there. I didn't weigh everything like I did for the big trip. This is a 2-day trip, and much looser packing tone. You know, I'm only gonna be gone for a couple days, so nothing can get too crazy. I brought extra batteries, even though I won't need them. I'm gonna have electric probably both nights, but I pack for the worst and expect the best. So far this is the best. Missouri River, beautiful little shaded outlook bench. As you can see, I got my bike sitting back there. Yeah, here's to a good trip. All right, we're coming up to Black Walnut, our first legitimate crossing. A little community, I suppose. I see a sign. Hopefully they got water. I'd like to load up on water. I've been drinking out of my one on the way here. It was a 2-hour drive. I'll get to how I got here. But basically, I would like to see some water. The last one had a bathroom, but no water. We'll see. Black Walnut Road. And it is clear. So we're gonna cross it, and another little one. All right, Black Walnut Road. I see a bike station. This is an actual trailhead for cars. Cool. Any water? No agua, señor. Okay, so I'm at about 15 and a half, 16 miles in, and there's no water. Like, I haven't seen any water in any of these trailheads. I'm down to half a bottle. I only brought 2 bottles with me. I'm down to half a bottle. I typically use 3 bottles, but I didn't this time, and it might kick me in the ass because I'm thirsty. Good morning. So there's that. The hunt for water. Yep. with this, it's like some kind of time trial is going on with. Oh man, that first guy was just hammering it. We'll see if this guy does. Get it, huh? Get it, dude. Get it. Get you some. Get you some. Yes. Bringing it. The first guy was smoking fast. He was driving some other kind of like Mazda or something, and he was bringing it. There goes a Camaro over there. This is awesome. This guy in like an RX-7 or something. Or no, Miata. Man, that'd be so fun. So I am about 26 miles in. I've not seen any water source yet. I just looked it up and did some research because I'm thirsty. I'm down to like, that's not even a quarter of water. I've happened to bring 2 Monster drinks, so I'm drinking one, which I don't know if it's a great idea, but I'm thirsty and I don't want to kill the rest of my water. That's gone. I looked online and there's a place called Dutzlow, and according to this, the water is on at the trailhead until November 1st. So it is, according to Google, 2 hours away, another 24 miles. So yeah, there's that. So my plan now is to just try to put my head down and get there because I'm thirsty. I'm gonna pull out my CNOC bag and carry a CNOC bag full of water with me on the back right there on the, I'll strap it on back there. Because I only brought my 2. I got one down there, one here. And I have room for that one, but I took it off and put it on my mountain bike and I was too lazy to swap it, so my bad. Getting into some cliffs now. So I've rode about 41 miles now. According to Google, I have about 49 minutes left. It's under 10 miles to the trailhead that supposedly has water open until November 1st. So super stoked about that. And then after that, it's just gonna, really it's not very far after that is where I'm ending up. So it's gonna be pretty early in the day when I stop my, when I put up my hammock, which is good because I want that lady to, whoever's gonna be there to collect the money, the first night I have to pay them a fee. They're gonna open up like the water and the restrooms for me, which is super, super cool. It's a little community center gazebo or something, or pavilion. We'll see. It's gonna be pretty neat. So I guess I never really discussed how I got here. So I drove up last night on a Saturday evening to where my daughter lives in Columbia, and then this morning we woke up and drove to the eastern terminus. I had everything packed in my car. I just got all my stuff out of there and she drove my car back to her house. So I'm gonna ride the Katy Trail to just past McBain. There's a little spur, like a 9.5 mile spur trail that goes into the heart of Columbia, and then she doesn't live but a few miles from that, the end of that. So day 3 ought to be really neat, going through Columbia, dealing with the traffic. That'll be a trip. Luckily it'll be my lightest day. Like right now I can tell I've got a lot of weight. After I smash a couple of those meals, I'll probably eat lunch at some point. I got a cold soak. I'm gonna need water to do that. I'll cold soak some Packet Gourmet some kind of like chicken salad or something that's cold soaked, and then you put it on tortilla. It's really, really good. I like it. And then, you know, later on I'll eat dinner times 2. So on Tuesday, on my final ride to get back to my original point, is I will be quite a bit lighter. So that's cool. I'll take it. For now, I just want some water, and unfortunately it's about 45 minutes away. So I did smash another Red Bull. I had 2 Red Bulls, they're gone. I was just so tempted by just knowing it's fluid. But now I've got that energy drink coating on the inside of my mouth, and it's super dusty out here and dry. So it's a blessing, but it comes with a curse. So I'll deal with it. I picked up a headwind. Not too horrible though. Got some nice cloudage. Keeping it cool out. So I see a building up there. I'm hoping it's the little stop where it has the water. I know I'm getting close. I'm really liking this area where, you know, you got all the wind coming off this field here, and they've planted a bunch of trees. So like, you know, 5-10 years from now, it'll be a little bit more of a wind break. It's pretty awesome. It looks like they got 2 rows of trees alternating. So it's really gonna be a nice wind break here in the future. Let's cross our fingers for water. I'm gonna be devastated if there's no water. I'm gonna turn into a little bitch. So we really need water so that doesn't happen. Ludlow, the water spot, the oasis. I'm super happy. I got 1 liter of water, plus I'm filled up these. I've already drank one full of one of these just sitting here taking a break. I'll probably slam as much of this as I can, refill it, and then head out. It's only a 20-minute trip to where I'm camping tonight. So I'm not, let's see, what time is it? It's almost 3:30. You know, I'm gonna roll in probably at 4. Try to figure out how to pay this lady, or this man. That's early enough. I don't think it's gonna cause an issue with them for sure. So yeah, that's the plan. Gonna hydrate up, head on down the trail of peace. So I'm in Marthasville, and the lady just came around and collected my money, and I was gonna camp somewhere over there like those trees, and she's like, hey, but don't forget you got a small one over here you can use. And I was like, yeah. So I am going to move a table and string diagonal. It's gonna be awesome, little secure little area. So that's what I'm doing now. All right, so there's like a bar and grill type thing with music over there, and luckily having this the bathroom's female and male's on the other side, but this whole building just blocks my wind from, or not actually the wind, the sound of the music. So that's kind of cool. Plus I'm listening to my MP3 player to drown it out too. But this is my setup. I've got my hammock gear tarp, my chameleon hammock. I have a underquilt made by, who is that made by? I forgot already. Told you guys last week, or last video. Can't believe I forgot. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, Arrowhead. Arrowhead 40. It's a 40 degree, it's synthetic. I got a hammock gear underquilt, my Helinox chair. I've got some food, or I got some water brewing so I can make some food. It's gonna be Paco Gourmet Trailside bean and cheese burrito. I've got those. And then I got my long handle spoon. So I'm looking good. I'm actually pretty hungry. I kind of skipped lunch inadvertently. I need water for lunch actually. I'm making cold soak. So anyhow, that's the story from Marthasville. I'll give you some updated stats later on after I eat. And I think about it, I'll show you what this stuff looks like. It's one of my favorites. There's also one called like All American Burger that's really good. So trailside bean and burrito, just add hot water and then stir it up, let it sit and rehydrate, and then just dole it out with your spoon on top of some tortillas. So I've got my stuff in here. I keep every once in a while kneading it a little bit, kind of try to mix that stuff up. I felt like maybe I put a little bit too much fluid in it, so it might come out runny, but I'm letting it really solidify in there. Just taking a break. It's very mild out. That wind really feels good. I got my hammock set up kind of wide. That way I'm hoping for some wind to come up underneath there and cool me off, since my gear is actually 40 degrees. I'm afraid I might be a little warm tonight. But that's where I'm at. This place is pretty awesome. It'll be cooler when it gets darker and quieter. But as of now, I'm cool with it. It's easy $5. Easy. So I buy tortillas, a lot of them, because I eat them every meal when I'm out here, other than breakfast. Get you one of those. The spoon is in it. It's a little bit runny, but it's gonna be okay. It is about 10 till 3 a.m. on Monday morning. I fell asleep about 8:30 or so and slept until 2:30, and then now I'm wide awake. So I laid there for quite a while thinking, man, I'm gonna get up and do something. So I did. Went to the bathroom. The bathrooms here are pretty nice. There's about 6 or 7 urinals, and then I think 2, maybe 3 showers, and 1 small sink. And for $5, this place is legit. The lady was super nice that came and got the money. Very peaceful little town. It's really quiet right now. After I went to the bathroom, I walked around to the water spigot that's on the front corner of the building, washed my face, washed my hands, just kind of like got this sweat washed off my face. I should have did that before I went to bed, but you know, I didn't. Anyhow, I'm just kind of chilling. I just munched down on some peppered beef jerky, and I followed that with some lemon Sour Patch Kids watermelon candies. Those are good. And the night is good. It's a little humid. It's not bad. I'm sitting here in my shorts. I just put my dirty shorts back on, and a very thin long sleeve t-shirt, and it's super pleasant. It's almost cold, which is great, because when I get in the hammock, I'm not cold at all. I haven't needed to even use my top quilt. I'm comfortable. I'm not sweating. I'm just right on the cusp of, you know, if it was a little warmer, I probably would be sweating, but I'm at that sweet spot. I actually wouldn't mind if it dropped another 10 degrees though. It is 8:30 in the morning. I am boiling water, and I brought these eco-friendly cups. I've got two packages of great value instant oatmeal in there, and then a bunch of dried blueberries. It's pretty much what I ate for the whole Gap trip. Fills me up. It's really good. I really like oatmeal, so I'm gonna do that. And then with the extra water, I am gonna make some hot tea to drink. It'll only be half a cup, because I'm not gonna want a whole lot. And I'm slowly gonna start wrapping this stuff and getting it back into my bags where they go. Charlotte Creek. It's got water. It's pretty deep water in places. A lot of farmland through here. Seems like a lot of corn. Like I just harvested it. Well, I just took like a mandatory break. I had multiple things that needed attention, so I kept riding until I found a bench. Unfortunately, it was in the sun, but I needed it so I can lean my bike up against it. My back, I've got a seat post water bottle holder that was loose. I noticed it earlier this morning, but my toolkit is on the very bottom of that pannier. And then that was item one. And then this GoPro that I'm recording with right now, the battery died. So I needed a battery, which is really close to the toolkit. And then it's like after 1:30, so now that's it right there. I was looking for a spot to eat lunch. And I just found this spot right here overlooking the Missouri River. Doesn't get much more perfect than that. So I did a cold soak for my lunch. That way it would be ready right now. I fixed that seat post holder, water bottle holder, and then I swapped batteries. It was in the sun, so I did it as quickly as possible. What the hell? What should I do? This sucks. Man, that is steep. Whoa. Holy fuck, that's crazy. Now how to get back up. What a pain in the ass. Whoa, how crazy. It's so much easier on with the bridge. And I am rewarded with sun. Get the fuck out of here. Mad love from O'Kane. They got water. It's a good one too. So let's see, right now, of course we started Machens, stopped yesterday there. Right now we are at O'Kane. We're getting ready to probably see some city because it goes right by North Jefferson City. Might see the Capitol too, maybe, we'll know, we'll see. This is the end, so I've got from there to go. That's, I think, about 30 miles. We can get there and we can take a chill. Just now passing a little town called Tibbetts, and the good news is they have water, so that's twice we've gotten water. So I'm topped off again, I cameled up again. I know I didn't go very far, but every time I see water, I just go ahead and load up. Got about 2.5 more hours today. I should roll in around, I don't know, between 6 and 7, hell, I don't know. It's about 25 miles, so it shouldn't take that long. At least that's how I have it on paper. So I was just thinking about the mileage. Back there I was at 53 or something. And according to Google, which Google isn't necessarily, I mean, I think I'm using it as a reference only. And it said like 2.5 hours to go. It said I have like 23 or 24 miles. So relative to what I'm doing for today, which is supposed to be 75, 76 miles, that means right now I'm about two-thirds of the way there. Pretty wild. 70 miles is a long ways for me in my level. So it's a lot in my world, and this will only be like my third 70-mile day, and hopefully it might be a personal best on length. We'll see. So it's been kind of a weird day for bikers. Got chatted up twice now today. And I never really gotten chatted up on my bike before. The first one was a dude, and his icebreaker was, how come they don't use trailers? I'm like, what? He's like, I don't understand why people don't use trailers more on bikes. And I'm like, oh, you know, I see them. He's like, yeah, but those one-wheeled ones that are super cool and all that. I'm like, oh, you know, I see them every once in a while, but for me, I'd rather use panniers. I like the old school look. I like it's modular. I can stick the little ones on the back, the smaller ones in the front and the back. If I want to go lightweight. I've got too many reasons why I like it to worry about why someone else wants a trailer. So I didn't have an answer for him other than to tell him I low-key didn't subscribe to the trailer idea. And we talked for quite a while. He was a cool guy. He's definitely, like, if he ever gets into it, he's gonna be a trailer guy. The second one was just now a lady that, I guess she rides this trail and she goes 19 miles and turns around and goes back. Turn burn. She said she had to stop, ask me what was going on with all my shit on my bike. It was pretty funny. Blew her away that I had all my shelter and like food. Like anything she said that I need, I was like, nah, I got it, I'm good. So we talked a pretty good piece. She was pretty cool. Hi, my name's Jim. I called earlier this week about, or last week, about camping in the park tonight. I'm not down there yet. I just got here. I'm at the water fountain up on the trail, but I'm getting ready to go that way. Thank you. I'm sorry it's so late. All right, cool. I appreciate it. This is great. All right, bye. Good morning. Check out all the fog lifting. You can see as far as the eye can see. I'm at the Lions Club City Park, and I think they wanted me to camp in the gazebo, but after the guy that was playing with his kid left, I came over here and scouted, and I actually went from that pole to this pole, catty corner, diagonally, however you want to say it, with my gear. I just put everything down. Just made some oatmeal, used the last of my blueberries, and now I'm drinking some hot tea. Looking at today, so we are at Hartsburg. What we need to do today is get to McBain. It's about 30 miles away. There's a spur trail called the MKT. It takes you into Columbia. It's basically, if you live in Columbia, it's a trail that takes you to the big trail. So we're going to go from Hartsburg 30 miles to a little past McBain. We're going to hit that corridor and go up into Columbia, and then from there it's just a quick shot to my daughter's house. So we've got about a 30-mile day. I think 30 mile total actually, so it's probably only like 20 miles to the thing, couple hours. So I'm not in too big a hurry. I slept really good last night. There were some kids over at this house next door that showed up sometime last night around, I don't know. I fell asleep about 8:30, so it was probably like 10, 11, hooping and hollering, honking their horn, talking about how they were gonna come jack with me. One guy kept telling me to leave me alone, which was cool. So no one ever messed with me, but they were super loud. People cruising through this roundabout of the park at like all hours of the night, going real slow. So I'd have to like check, make sure they weren't stalking, look for it to steal my stuff. I don't know. You have all these weird things going into your head when people are swinging through. But anyhow, it's the end of the last day of the trail, and I am gearing up to have a go at it. I'm gonna finish my tea. I have a little bit more stuff to put away, and then we'll be on our way. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully you can. There's a big tree limb over the path. Pretty easy to get over, but it's there. So for this trip, I've been using Strava and Google Maps. I use Strava to track my progress. It gives me an average speed. In fact, I've slowed way down. I was at 10.7 or 8 the first day, and now I'm at like 10.1, so I'm barely hanging in that 10-minute range. But as long as it doesn't drop below that, I'm okay. I think today I've been doing a little bit better. I use Google Maps because since this is a well-known bicycle path, if you put Google Maps with a bicycle, it automatically routes you to it. My only problem with it is it thinks I'm going to go faster than I am. There's no way to tell it, program at 10 miles an hour. So there's that, but that's okay. It gives me mileage. The mileage is the most important. got about 6 more miles to go before Hindman Junction, which is the name of the spot where the MKT to Columbia hits. It's where the spur connection is. So the Mississippi right now is, we're going parallel, and it's taking a left turn, and we're going to keep going straight into probably more farmland, it looks like. And then we're going to hang an abrupt right and go north to the end of this adventure. Part 2 should be coming up next, and I'll be doing the rest of the Katy. Should be like a one night adventure, no big deal. I think I've done about 2/3 of it on this trip, and then the rest to Clinton really isn't that big of a deal. Although I've heard that it's got some really good sites, so I'm super stoked to do that. But let's take one step at a time and get this trip done first. How's that sound? Grab some water and we'll get back at it. First Creek. I am at the spur trail that goes to Columbia. This is the Katy, and this is where we say goodbye to the Katy. We had good memories, Katy, but we'll catch you on the rebound. And this shelter is amazing. This is the coolest one I've seen. Not that we're trying to judge them, but they built this one in such a perfect spot. See, it says Hindman Junction on top, and it's super shady. Oh man, this is great. I mean, if I had to, I could camp in this location if I had to, or wait out a storm. The concrete sides. Yeah, this is cool. So, Columbia 8.8, that way. That's my next thing. And then, of course, she's got another, to get to her house from there, it's another probably 3 miles or so. So, we're closing this video out. I hope you guys liked it. I really didn't talk a whole lot about my gear. Maybe I should do that real quick. We got my Trek Marlin 6 extra large frame. It's got a Surly 2.0 front rack. It's got a Bontrager rear rack. Full panniers, the bigger ones, and then I think those are 25s. These I think are 11s. It's nice because if I don't need that much storage, I can take those off and I can just use the small ones. It's got a brick seat, salsa handlebars. Good morning, how are you? Good. Salsa handlebars, Surly Krampus front solid fork. That's about all she wrote. As far as, I use a gridlock for my phone, which I highly recommend, and then it has an adapter for a GoPro, so I have a forward-facing GoPro. Let's see, what else do I do? Let's see, I need to turn that off. That's about it. It's pretty stock. I added a water bottle holder so I can carry 3, even though I only have 2 on right now. And that's about it. We're gonna get back on the road, get another drink or 2, and then it's Columbia. So I just let the kid know that I was at the connector. That way they would know kind of when to expect me. And she told me they were making taco bowls, so I would have one waiting on me. So I'm gonna not lie, man, I got a little bit of an extra step going on right now. Taco bowl sounds really, really good. So I'm at one of the last benches on the MKT. I'm probably at half an hour from the end. I plan on getting a little bit of footage from there, and then from there it's going to be like city style greenways and sidewalks and some bike lanes on some roads that I don't really want to be on, but it's the best route to where I'm going. So I get to the terminus, and then that'll probably be the end of the video, because the rest of it's going to be pretty just going through campus. So I might get a little bit of that video, but for the most part you're not going to want to see what I'm going to be doing. So it's just going to be some road city biking to my daughter's. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll crunch the numbers and give you guys all the info post-production.